We are working hard to ensure the owner of TVC doesn't continue as president next year. Omoyele Sowore. During the Symphony interview, Omoyele Sowore spoke about the political moment Nigeria is entering, describing it as a period that will shape the country's direction ahead of the next general election. He framed the year as one in which major political decisions and alignments are expected to take place. Sowore said this is a very important year of transition. We are working hard to ensure the owner of TVC does not continue as president of Nigeria after next year's election. He made the remark while addressing reporters on the broader political climate and the activities of his political movement. According to him, the coming months will be decisive in determining who leads the country after the polls. Sowore explained that his group was focused on mobilization, organization, and political engagement. As part of his preparation for the election season, he said these efforts were already underway. The activist noted that the transition period creates opportunities for political participation and debate. He linked this to what he described as growing public interest in leadership change. During the interview, he suggested that his political activities were aimed at influencing the outcome of the next election. He said the objective was to offer Nigerians an alternative path forward. Sowore also indicated that his campaign efforts were not limited to speeches or statements, but included groundwork and engagement with supporters across the country. He added that the election would be a key test of Nigeria's democratic process, with citizens expected to play a major role through their votes. Yes, but that's if our votes count. Oluwatosin says, if surely you want that, suspend your presidential ambition, go and join those opposition. If you claim the presidency, you can be given minister for power and build the country out of darkness. If people can feel your impact in that area, automatically you consider in the next term for presidency. But failure to do that, all of you will be shouting and messing up with your underwear. And so Nifemi says, now let's wait and see if you have the power. Oladele Olayemi says this bragado can only be an acceptable norm in a student union government. Oladele says you are working hard with who? Adebayo Oladele says the presidential candidate of no party. Continue to mobilize, okay? Olusegun says Omoyele Sowore is neither an activist nor a politician. Rather, is a social media ranter. Can he win a councillor seat in his local government in his town in Ondo State? Sowore is only wanting social media recognition. He's a noisemaker. Joseph Umuomo says Sowore happens to be one of the most foolish greedy men I have noticed in this country. I don't know why the authority cannot call him to order. Sowore or Sorrow man, you better go and sit down. You are not worth hearing from at all. Oswald. Rotimi Oluwole says Momo in the highest order. Ajibade Oyegoke says you will continue to work in vain and waiting happen. Daniela Brown Olufemi says I've said it many times. Sowore needs psychiatric evaluation. Sam Oadeyemi says 1 million of you cannot stop Jagaban. God can stop him, sha. 4 + 4 = 8. Batman. Emego said this is how he was boasting to free Nnamdi Kanu, and lots of fools believed him and blindly followed him. Suleiman Soara says Jagaban 4 + 4 inshallah. Now the joke. Adubo Ali says you will work hard and gain nothing. Prince Owafumi says this man called Sowore needs to see a psychiatrist doctor, because come 2027, PBAT will win the election. 2 people that are still campaigning for PBAT and hoping that PBAT will still win election in 2027. Now, what for now? Okay. SMS is always talking jargons. As Wakili says, you don't leave Kano matter as money no come out for there again. Now, Ayodele says, whom do you want to be there? I don't know. Wakili says, man, they should give him small company to manage first. He has a company that he manages now. Of him winning a post and start from there. He has a company now. Achike says arrogant Sowore always goes. Nigerians won't follow another trial and error governance. You don't even have to say in the opposition, spoiler. Nigerians are not fools to remove President Tinubu and put those clueless former this and former that who looted before and hopes to loot again. Some people are still foolish, some Nigerians are still very, very foolish. He said, we have been fooled enough, a goat is a goat. Continue eating cassava, gari ewa. Okay, says, this man is a hero and valiant, but people don't know. Thank God he is also Yoruba, so no tribalism here. Adebega says, you are working in vain by the grace of God, Tinubu to 2031, really? Okay, here Nature says, all of you that are attacking Sowore, how many of you has a permanent voter's card? That one saved it. How many of you? Tijani Amusa says, Sowore is an agent of destabilization, a terrorist, extremist and opportunist. Okay now. You must be very careful for you to witness the landslide victory. God will disgrace you, Sowore and Ogundile Luma Abaija. Tí ó bá dé lẹ́yìn Tinubu, kí ló dé? Marcel Adimidi says, you did never make anyone councillor before, talk less of president. As Clement says, see your big mouth. The owner of CVC is Jagaban and you cannot do anything about it. Of course, we know that the owner of CVC is Jagaban. Samson says, go and contest chairman of local government. Let people see your words. Go to your house of assembly. Now, job seeker, you go see. As Shegun says, 1 billion of the IPOB people and the ISIS terrorist colleagues are too small to stop Tinubu. Okay, Adeni Emmanuel says, Sowore is using the social media advantage to deceive the gullible masses. How? How is it deceiving? So the ones that are there now, they are not deceiving you. Okay now. Shegun says, Sowore is a political paper tiger. The only thing he knows very well is how to make noise. Go to hell. Okay. Adelabu says, someone who has no electoral value is talking about how to unseat his great-grandfather in politics. Sowore never won election in his ward, state and local government. Serious fellow. Adibola says, you will never succeed and know very well that your day is numbered. His day is numbered for what? I don't understand. Why are you numbering his days? Samuel says, is TVC your headache? Great Promise says, and never will the owner of Sahara Desert will never rule Nigeria. It's not Sahara Desert, it's Sahara importers. Now, Samuel says, amen, enough is enough. Says, well, Anthony says, this guy, he kiss him. Alright, my listeners, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.